Hello and welcome to IIFL Securities YouTube channel. I am Shweta Papriwal, and today in our Leaders Speak series, we have Mr. Rajesh Doriaswamy, JMD, Salzer Electronics. Welcome, Mr. Doriaswamy. It's a pleasure to host you today.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for hosting me here.
Thank you, sir. Sir, if you could kindly brief us about what Salzer Electronics business segments are, product lines and products, and who are your clients and what is the company's geographical presence?
Thank you for hosting me here in this. Salzer Electronics Ltd started in 1985, specializes in a wide range of electrical switchgears, electronic components, and electromechanical solutions, including total end-to-end solutions as well as customized products to our customers.
Okay.
Salzer has 5 manufacturing units in Tamil Nadu. We are one of the largest manufacturers of CAM-operated rotary switches with about 25% market share. And our recent acquisition of KC Industries also has further increased our market stronghold in this product line. We are also the largest manufacturer of wiring ducts and toroidal transformers in India. Our portfolio comprises of over 15 different products catering to industrial, building, automobile sectors, also many other sectors. Salzer's 4 broad business segments are industrial switchgears, wire and cable, building products, and energy management.
Okay.
The first 2 account, that's the industrial switchgear and wire and cable, account for a majority of our revenues, with switchgears fetching relatively higher margins for us. The building electrical segment is the smallest of the divisions as of now. Energy management segment is dependent on the government tenders, and we are not having many orders in this segment at this moment. Some of our new product lines include 3-phase dry type transformers, industrial wiring harness. We currently hold a registered patent for rotary switches, and we also have 5 patents in process.
Okay.
Our distribution network is very wide in India as well as abroad, with exports to about more than 50 countries.
Mm-hmm.
Through L&T's local network, we have access to over 350 distributors in India. In exports, our key markets are US, Europe, with new opportunities coming in from Africa and APAC countries also. We're also a strategic supplier for various electromechanical parts to various multinational companies.
So, like you said that the company is mostly, based out of South in Tamil Nadu. So, I mean, where else is the company located in, if like in the northern parts or eastern or western India?
No, I think all of our manufacturing locations are in Coimbatore, Tamil Nadu.
Okay.
But we have warehouses across India in Nagpur, in Pune.
Okay.
We also have facilities in Delhi to stock material. And we have presence through our distributors across India.
Okay. So, sir, you have also recently declared the company's Q1 results. Kindly walk us through the highlights of the performance.
Okay. Q1 FY22 has been a very fairly good quarter for us. It was in line with our expectations, given the fact that a large part of the quarter was also under lockdown in Tamil Nadu and also in a lot of other states in India. Our revenues for the quarter actually increased by around 56% to 148.98 crores from 95.68 crores in the previous year. This was mainly due to last year's first quarter was a nationwide lockdown and the sales dropping. Even otherwise, I think there was a very strong order booking in Q1 FY22 for switchgear products that also actually supported the growth. Our EBITDA for this quarter was at around 14.8 crores, having grown 54% year on year again. Again, mainly I would say driven by higher switchgear product sales. EBITDA margin remained relatively flat year on year at 10%. On PAT level, we reported a profit of 3.95 crore as against 69 lakhs in the last year. In terms of segment business, industrial switchgear segment accounted for 49% of revenue share. Wire and cable accounted for 45% revenue share. And the remaining went with the building electricals, contributing 5%. Exports did very well in Q1 for us. It grew almost 24% of our revenues came from exports. So overall, I would say Q1 performance for us was in line with our expectations, though the margins could have been better. But looking at the whole scenario, I think we are happy with what we have done.
So as you mentioned that the order book status has been good in Q1. So what is the current status of your order book and what kind of growth are you expecting for the entire year FY22?
Actually, we don't really have a large order book. We don't work like that. I think mostly our business is 4-week delivery, less than 4 weeks delivery. So it's a month-on-month order booking. But we always work very closely with OEMs in India and abroad, and we can understand the feel and the growth that is going to come based on the discussions and the forecasts that we get. So based on that, I'm very optimistic that this year, FY22 is going to be a very, very good year. And I think looking at the last 2 months, Q2 also seems to be doing very well for us. So we think that FY22, we can easily attain a growth between 20 and 25% compared to last year.
Okay. So Salzer has also forayed into EV business, which is the current trending is EV. So through joint venture named Salzer Costard EV Charges Private Limited with an Austrian company. Kindly share the details of this JV.
Okay. We actually started two JVs. The first one, both mean, I would say this JV marks our foray into electric vehicle space. It's in line with our strategy to diversify our product portfolio. And we wanted to grow in the new high growth potential sectors.
Correct.
So the first JV with Costard is an Austrian-based specialized company making charging stations with a very, very wide presence across Europe. So through this JV with Costard of Austria, we will get into manufacturing of DC fast charging stations using Costard's technical know-how. We will be supplying DC fast charging stations across India, Southeast Asia, and Middle East markets. This is going to be our territory. Starting with around 18 crores of investment into this venture to start with, we aim to manufacture about 100 chargers per month, which would translate roughly between, I would say, 75 to 100 crores in revenue.
Okay.
We see huge potential in this segment, at least in the next 2 to 10 years, I would say. First 2 years is going to be very slow, but from 2 to 10 to 12 years, I think we see very huge potential in this. And EV charging station market, as per the global market research, is expected to grow at a CAGR of 40% over the next 10 years to reach close to $30 billion. So that's the market research says, and we are happy that we are partnered with one of the best companies in the world, Costard, and we will be doing the European technology charging stations in India.
So the other JV named Salzer Emarch E-Mobility Private Limited to manufacture electrical conversion kits for vehicles. If you could, share some details about this too.
So since we have been looking into getting into EV space for a long time. So what we did actually, we floated an 100% subsidiary called Salzer EV Infra Private Limited. It's an 100% subsidiary of Salzer Electronics. So we are going to use this vehicle for investment into various businesses that we foresee is going to have good growth in the future. So we started this subsidiary and then we came across this company called Emarch LLP. It is an Indo-Austrian venture. It's a technology startup in India. They have some Austrian technology for making conversion kits. So this is a very, very specialized business. I think there are a few people who are making it already in India, but not in a professional large scale. So we thought, why not tap this market with a very, very low capex? I think less than 5 crore of capex in total. We are getting into this business along with Emarch for manufacturing conversion kits for auto rickshaws in the first phase and for buses in the second phase, and then maybe cars in the third phase if we are successful in the first 2 phases. So we again see this is a completely new, unique model. And once we test this model and if it's successful, here again, we see a very, very huge potential.
Correct. So, sir, as we all have gone through the very difficult pandemic periods, so what is the kind of change that you are expecting for the industry post the pandemic?
I think the pandemic has definitely hampered almost all industries globally, including personal lives, lifestyles. For industries like us, I would say logistics, distribution, Consumer sentiment was hit badly during last year, and I think it still continues to some extent, I would say. Then the second wave also is actually, though it's subsiding, I think we are seeing a marked improvement in the market scenario domestically as well as in abroad.
Correct.
This is reflecting in our numbers quarter on quarter. We will also see in the next couple of quarters what's happening. The dealer market in India is also opening up slowly. Demand, particularly from US and Europe, is very good. I would say has recovered very quickly and is recovered very fast. While our pre-COVID growth projections have to be revised, we maintain that on a year-on-year basis, we will definitely outperform FY21. As I said, we look forward to a growth between 20 and 25% in the current fiscal year. Coming to pre-COVID growth rates, I think that may take a little time, but with 20-25%, I would say we are almost there. Should be able to come back to normal profitability also once the uncertainty in the input raw material prices changes, because there has been a substantial increase in the input costs across all products for us, which has actually hit our margins to some extent, which I think we will be able to recover in the coming quarters.
So, sir, what kind of initiatives did you take for your employees, your people during the COVID pandemic period?
I think first thing, we were able to vaccinate almost, I would say, 90% of all our employees double doses as of today. So which I think is one of the biggest concern for all of us, but we were able to do that thanks for the support from the government, state government and central governments, and also a lot of private hospitals who came up and got the vaccines to us when it was in a big shortage. Apart from that, I think we have ensured that we gave additional space for working so that there is no overcrowding in single location. So we were able to give additional spaces. We hired space outside of factories so we could move people out to different locations and work them. We provided transport because there was no public transport during lockdown, though there was permission for us to work. So we had to provide transportation to them. We did that. And of course, salaries and employment itself is a big support to them at this point of time. Yeah.
So thank you so much, Mr. Doriaswamy, for taking the time out and briefing us about the company. We wish you all the best. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Shweta. Thanks for taking me in.